Hey guys, so it's 4 o'clock. I just got off of work for the day. Good morning guys, welcome to my second weekly vlog of my 6-week clinical. I'm going to be vlogging again this week. It's my 4th week, so I'm officially kind of at that halfway point. And it's been going well. My goal for vlogging this week is going to be to try and give you like a better recap at the end of each day, to kind of run through just like a couple of the different patients that we saw and like what that looked like, and then what role I had in it, because there's definitely some patients that I kind of run through and am in charge of most of their treatment sessions, and there's others where I'm more observing, so I'll try to do my best to remember those different things. Last week, since it was our halfway point, we did kind of like self-evaluations, and our CI did evaluations of us, and we kind of talked through that. And so one of my biggest goals for the rest of my clinical is to just do a little bit more with evals, and whether that's just like subjective history or maybe thinking of like tests or other objective measures that I want to take to kind of keep track of, and then possibly like suggesting initial treatment options. So it's like more so my goal is to like see what I can start implementing, especially with stuff that we've already covered, which for musculoskeletal we've only covered back and we haven't covered upper extremity or lower extremity. So with cases like that, I'm really going to try and push myself. I even am starting to bring my iPad so that if I were to have time to look at stuff during lunch, whether that's reviewing notes or like looking stuff up on my own, then I have those that I can refer to just to try and help me out. But yeah, it's been going well so far. My morning routine has pretty much looked like me running out the door every day, aka why I'm first talking to you on my drive there, mostly because I have to get up early every single day. So I get up at like 5:30, but then I usually don't get out of bed until like 5:40, and then ideally I leave at like 6:05 to 6:10 or something like that, because I have to be there right before 7. And it's been going okay. Like, I'm tired when I first hear my alarm go off and I just want to keep sleeping, but then once I'm up, I'm usually pretty good. And I've been going to bed at decent times. So that's kind of my check-in for this morning. And unless I have anything to say to you right before I go in, I'll probably talk to you guys after. Okay, now that it's 4:45 and I just got off of work, I will do my best to recap my day and kind of talk through what some of the patients I saw, what I was seeing them for, and what I was able to do with that patient and stuff like that. I actually did run through a lot of the patients pretty independently, just like being in charge of their session, so that was good. So this morning, first patient we had was total knee replacement. I've been working with them pretty independently for a while now. They're mostly working on exercises, so I'm just progressing the exercises as is appropriate. And yeah, I pretty much do that on my own. I do the patient's note on my own, and then my CI reads through it and makes sure that I had everything written down that they felt like there should be written down. Second patient was, I don't know if I'm gonna remember all the patients, but second patient I remember, we saw someone that has pretty early Parkinson's, so they're receiving physical therapy just for maintenance therapy. They've been doing it for a while, and it's just kind of like an exercise program for them. As far as like tremoring and stuff, they don't have very progressive symptoms in that manner, but it's still good to have maintenance therapy to try and prolong any of those symptoms from getting worse. So I pretty much go through her treatment all by myself as well. And then we had a patient who, the physical therapist that's my CI, she also does some wound care stuff. And so that third patient was there for wounds, and I have been helping to like wrap the bandages around one of his legs, because my CI does the other one. And I've got to say, like, I'm not an athletic trainer or anything by any means. I've been getting better at that quicker than I thought I would, because like the first time I did it, I was just like so uncoordinated with like the wraps and stuff, and I was like dropping them and they'd be unrolling, and I was like not doing well with it. But I'm getting progressively better, and so that's good. I'm gonna kind of skim through because I certainly am realizing that I cannot remember like all the patients that I saw just like off the top of my head. I had like an hour and a half break for lunch because we didn't have a patient for the time slot right before lunch. And so during that giant break I had, since I'm going to try and start taking more control of like subjective histories questions for the evals this week, I was actually trying to like brush up on like the evals and stuff that I thought would be good to know, and just like knowing the condition more. So we have someone coming in tomorrow that is like post ankle fusion. And so I was just kind of looking up, like, I know that they're 8 weeks post-op, so I was looking up like some guidelines for that, and I can ask like my CI too. I don't have to like know everything for the eval tomorrow, but just like for my own like mind, I guess I wanted to know kind of where they would be at and what things, if we were to start with exercises after the initial eval tomorrow, what would be appropriate. And then we also have someone who's coming in tomorrow for just like pretty general arm pain that we don't know much about, so I couldn't really do much to prep for that. And then this afternoon for patients, there was someone who at first she came in with neck pain, and we kind of resolved that. Dry noodling has been really helpful for her, and same with manual therapy, and so that hasn't really been bothering her as much. But she also has like some low back pain that we've been working on. And then today she came in and didn't have neck pain, but she was saying that she was like having some light tingling in her arms, and so we did traction with a traction device today, which we actually did go over how to use pretty much the exact same thing, if not the exact same machine or traction device in our musculoskeletal class. So kind of helped get that set up, and I also did manual therapy on her neck, and yeah, but my CI was still with me like the entire time with that one. And then we had someone come in just for like general, actually like 2 people come in for like general lower extremity weakness, so I pretty much helped them run through their exercise session, progress them as appropriate, and all of that. And I think that mostly covers the afternoon, so that was kind of my day today. Mondays for some reason, and they're like the longest days I have, but I've found that Mondays are the days of the week that seem to like just most mindlessly fly by. And I don't know why that is, because then I know that normally I'd get off like at 3:30 or something. It usually ends up being like 4 after I finish like the last note or something that I have to do. So today was a good day, can't complain, the weather's great. And yeah, I know that on Wednesday and Thursdays are my normal half day, get off early. Last week I went to the Rocksteady boxing class that my CI helps out with every week, and so that was interesting. I'm like drawn to Parkinson's disease for some reason, and just like patients that have it. I think it's because there's like a patient that was at this field nursing facility I job shadowed at after my freshman year of college that had Parkinson's disease that I grew fond of. I just thought he was like the cutest old man, and so I don't know if that's why. It was interesting because the people had like such a wide variety of like presentation, and like none of them were the exact same, and it was just interesting to see that. And it was nice, I got to just like help out, kind of act as like one of the coaches there. And yeah, so Wednesday I also have a half day or something, close to half day, because my CI took a half day off. So pretty nice week. So I just got back from my clinical not that long ago, and my mom was so kind to have our dinner made already. So she got, where's this from? Fairway?
Fairway.
It was just like a pre-made chicken fajita mix thing, so it tastes pretty good actually. So I'm just having my second one now. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Don't worry, I'm just getting a sip of this because I'm taking my allergy medicine and I need something to drink it with. So it's 10 o'clock. I have my lunch packed for tomorrow. It's just soup and I'm bringing Tupperware to microwave it in. And I packed some workout clothes in my bag so that like I literally need to take out as much stuff in the morning as possible because I need as little time as possible to get ready in the morning. Otherwise I kind of was just doing nothing. So me and my mom have been watching swimming for a little bit, but I must now go to bed. So I will talk to you guys in the morning. I'm stopping for gas quick before I finish making the rest of my drive, and I left. I was actually like away from my computer, and I had like the Olympics on because I was watching them, but then I was in the bathroom like brushing my teeth and stuff, and I come back to find stuff on Twitter about like Simone messing up her vault, which is nerve-wracking because every score counts, and like it's not her fault. I know she's under a lot of pressure, but like I really hope. And Sierra just texted me saying that like apparently on Twitter she saw a tweet where it's like Simone left the floor, like injury, composure, I don't know, and I can't even like see what's going on during my drive. So I'm just praying that they all, I hope Simone's okay. I pray that they all kind of calm their nerves down and pull it together because they know what they're doing. But I just would really like to be watching that, and I'm up early enough where I could be, but I have to go to my clinical, so. Hey guys, so it's 4 o'clock. I just got off at work for the day. Today, again, like Mondays go by pretty fast. They go by smoothly, and I usually get off just like a little bit later. And today was just a long day. It wasn't a bad day, it was just long, and I think it's because my morning was a little bit longer, and today there are 3 evals, which I pushed myself and decided to lead a little bit, which meant I was kind of trying to lead the subjective history, and I hope they were fine. I just like more practice is going to make me better, so they were like fine, but I'm sure there's like a greater list of questions I could ask or stuff like that, but they weren't bad. And then I also did the initial eval notes for 2 of them, and that was just like took more brain power for me to figure out what all should I include and where am I putting stuff for subjective versus subjective and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, my CI ended up looking over them, and she added some things, but overall I actually think I did pretty good. Otherwise, I think part of it too was this morning with the women's team final, that just kind of got me in like a downer mood this morning, which was the fault of no one else but myself. I'm over it now, but that was just probably contributing just a little bit to my mood. So other than that, I'm on my way home now. I'm gonna probably listen to an audiobook. I've been kind of doing that instead of podcasts or listening to songs because it makes my ride go by faster, I've found. And so I was also planning on working out today. I have like clothes packed in my bag, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to, and I have 2 pretty much half days on tomorrow and Thursday. So I'll try and work out both of those days and just go home. I am back home now, and it's 5:30. I've been home for like an hour now, and I've just been watching YouTube videos and doing nothing important. Me and Sierra have to podcast, and so I was asking her when you're planning on doing that, because not that I really have anything else planned, but I could have. And she was just like, I'll text you when I get home and have a better idea. So assuming that she got off work around 4 and then drives like an hour back, and then maybe she went to work out probably, otherwise I think she would have already told me her plan. I might get a text around 6, which is in like 40 minutes. So, let's see. My mom went back to Des Moines, and so I'm the only one here now. And I think that I have like a pretty much nothing edited of a TCT video, but stuff is uploaded and I color corrected it, and I kind of have a title, maybe. So I think I should probably go through and like rough cut that, because I told myself that I would do a little bit of that. I know I'll thank myself later. So I literally just have like editing part of this, podcasting, but it's also like a really nice day out, so, but it's like weird because I'm by myself, so like what do I do? Okay, quick update. It's just before 6 o'clock, and me and Sierra are a couple minutes into recording our podcast, and then the phone at my dad's house rang, so we had to take a quick break. So I was like, oh yeah, I should remember to update you guys and show that we're podcasting. We are doing an episode where we're doing a check-in from our 2020 goals and resolutions episode, and so we're gonna look back through them and see how the progress has been coming and make adjustments if necessary. And we're also going to talk about Olympics a little bit. So if you want some, if you want to hear us talk about like the women's gymnastics team final, that's because that's what went on today, then go listen. Okay, so I understand this doesn't look very appetizing on the camera, but these are just some of the mini Red Baron frozen pepperoni pizzas that I had in the freezer. So I just made those. Sierra and I finished podcasting quite a while ago. It's 8 o'clock now. I have to literally just spend it on YouTube and that's what I'm gonna keep doing for now when I finish eating dinner, and then I need to shower. Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. So I just got up not that long ago, and it is 5:52 in the morning, so making some breakfast. Usually I have like Pop-Tarts, or I've been having chocolate muffins. I really need groceries, so I'm making toast because that's pretty much all I have. And then, since like milk and toast don't really go great together in my opinion, I don't know if this is either, but this is just like the Green Machine Naked Smoothie. I have like a bottle of that. So that's my breakfast. Today I'm working from 7 to 1, and then I'm gonna try and go work out like I mentioned yesterday. And I need to bring like a snack though, because since I'm working straight through until 1 and then leaving, but I want to go like straight to the gym like while I'm on my way back, so I need like a snack, and then I'm gonna have like a later lunch. So not entirely sure what I want to bring, but I need to figure that out, and then I need to leave in like 10 to 15 minutes, so I kind of need to hurry. So I just got to my clinical. It's just before 7 o'clock now, and so I am going to go ahead and head on in, and hopefully I will talk to you guys before 1:30. Okay guys, I'm here to give a rundown of my day. It is 1 o'clock and I'm already heading out, so that is fantastic. I had a really great day overall today. Part of that might have to do with the fact that I get to leave early, but honestly just in general, it was good, and I'm happy about that. So started off the day by seeing total knee replacement patient that I've been working pretty much one-on-one with this whole time, and so that was straightforward. Then there was another total knee later, so that was also straightforward. So we had 2 evals today. There's no more evals for the rest of the week, so I made it through my week of like 5 evals, where before I was not doing really any. And I think I was really pleased with how I did today. The first patient was pediatric foot pain. And I was just really happy with my subjective history that I did, and then we did some manual therapy, just like some soft tissue mobilization of the bottom of her foot, and then, which I was able to do that because I can do that, and then I also did the ultrasound on her, so I just felt like I was pretty involved. And then I also wrote the initial eval note for that, and so those take like a little bit more work than like a normal soap note, and like I did pretty dang good if I don't say so myself. My CI did not have a lot to add to it, and was like already telling me before I had like quite finished it that she was like pretty happy with what I wrote down. So something that was helpful that I looked up yesterday when I had like the 2 other ones that I was writing, and I was just kind of like not sure where to start, was I looked up online some things to include in like an initial eval, and it was like an article that still had it in like a soap note format, and I'm pretty sure it was from like a website called ptprogress.com, and so it gave like a quick little blurb. It was not complicated, and then it also had, I think, an example of what each of those sections might look like. So if I were to break down what I'm starting to gather, or what I'm trying to do for those sections, the subjective is like the subjective history. You basically need to like write down what it is that they told you, why are they here, why are they coming to physical therapy, how long has it been going on for, like everything that they tell you about what the problem is. So that one's a little bit more straightforward. And then for the objective part, my CI did something that I liked, so that I've been doing it too. It's like, just start off by saying patient is, however old they are, male, female, presenting to physical therapy with chief complaint of whatever. So that's a good way to start. From there, then I talk about the evaluation, so the physical evaluation, which is going to be once you're done with your subjective history and you are performing like maybe a postural assessment, or it could be, you know, your hands-on palpating any bony landmarks to see if there's any like thing that seems off from side to side, or it could be touching, like today the bottom of her foot was tender, so like you note that kind of thing in this part of the exam. And then everything that just like is factual and you're not like making any assumptions about or assessing, because that's not the right section for it, yeah, that's what you'd put in that section. And so you basically like write all that out, and then also from there include what you would normally include in the objective part of the soap note by saying what you actually did. So we did ultrasound, so making sure to include the settings on that. We did soft tissue, so taking note of that and saying like what areas you performed the soft tissue to. And then also on an initial eval, you're probably also giving home exercise programs, so walking through that you ran through the home exercise program with them and note what those home exercise program, or what the home exercise program stuff was. And then also you can include like little things, like today we also mentioned, you know, if you want to, you could, you know, roll a tennis ball on your foot too, or like a frozen water bottle, like little things like that you verbalized to them, or things that you maybe tried to educate them on, could also go in the objective section. And then assessment is still probably the most complicated one. It's the one that I'm not a pro at any of this, but the one that's like most difficult for me to explain. But I think that the article that I was looking at was kind of trying to explain it as, take the objective stuff. For example, for that girl who had the foot pain, she had like limited passive range of motion into right dorsiflexion, which indicates that her gastroc or soleus is probably tight. And so I only said that she had limited ankle dorsiflexion range of motion in the objective, but then in the assessment you could say patient's limited range of motion of dorsiflexion indicates that their gastroc soleus is likely tight. So that's like you saying, here's what I saw, here's what I think. Even in that section, this was something I hadn't quite done yet because I tend to doubt, you know, what I'm assessing, and I wasn't sure if it would be right, but my CI actually like, didn't say anything and said it looked good, so I guess I'll like share just like what I also thought was appropriate to put there. She had just like, it seemed like, well, she had pronated feet. That was like her just normal foot position, so that was then something that was also in the objective. And so when I'm trying to assess what might possibly be the problem, you don't have to necessarily be right. I didn't say this is exactly what the problem is, but what I did say was that she noted that her foot pain was worse at night after the end of the day, or at the end of the day when she was lying down and not doing anything, and it didn't stop her from doing any actual physical activity. So that's not very typical if it's going to be like a muscle, tendon, or ligament problem, because usually if you're active on that, then it's going to be painful. So I noted that, and then I also noted that it was possible maybe it was related to plantar fasciitis, but like she also didn't have like the typical stabbing pain and like it being worse in the morning. She didn't have that. So just noting that, but not necessarily saying like this is it or this isn't it, but throwing out possibilities. And then also at the end of that, I kind of just said like it could also just be like her chronically pronated foot posture and having flat feet and stuff like that could be contributing to that. And then just go into saying we're going to address XYZ and physical therapy, which would be for us increasing gastroc extensibility and range of motion, and also working on strengthening the intrinsic muscles in her foot to try and just make that more stable, and then also trying to do some sort of foot support to give her a better arch support, and so her feet aren't pronating all the time. So I know it's kind of a lot, and if you're not in PT school or anything, then maybe none of that really made sense to you, but that was kind of my thought process, and I was pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's kind of what my day was like today. We had another initial eval, but I didn't do his note, and he came in for like low back pain, some radiculopathy. He had x-rays that we saw before the initial eval, and so he has quite a bit of he has some spondylolisthesis, which is when some of your vertebrae start to shift like anteriorly, and then he also has like a lot of arthritis. And he actually like came in and he like wasn't presenting in a whole lot of pain, but his x-rays were like kind of just like there's a lot going on there. There could be many things that are causing his pain and discomfort that can't necessarily be addressed with physical therapy. So of course we'll try some things out, and if he can continue managing, then like great, it'll keep working out. But otherwise, my CI was saying like we'll try this for like 2 weeks, see where you're at, and then we will maybe refer you back to the neurosurgeon if you want to like look at other possibilities. So that was my day today. Pretty happy with it, and I'm going to go to the gym and work out now. I wish I had more to update you guys on, but unfortunately I am pretty much doing nothing this evening. So it's 6:30. I did edit a good chunk of the TC2 video that I have, so it's just my clips, and I think that I mostly edited that, but it's still going to be kind of hard to put it all together until I have the rest of the clips, which probably won't be until this weekend. So I'm actually about to jump on a very quick, like I think 10-15 minute phone call with a brand that reached out to me and Sierra about working together I don't know if we're going to do that yet, but they wanted to hop on a call, so that's what we're doing. The urge to go get McDonald's for my dinner was so strong, but I have noodles and pasta sauce that I bought like last week that I know it tastes just fine and that I'll be happy with, so that'll make me avoid going to the grocery store, and then I can have some for leftovers and stuff. But the urge was strong, but I'm gonna just make the noodles and pasta sauce and call it good for dinner. Okay, so I just got off the call and it's 7 o'clock now. So I think I'll go ahead and put the Olympics on because primetime coverage starts now. Making dinner snack. So here's a potentially funny story, maybe not, I don't know. But this past weekend when Sarah was up here, my mom was up here, my grandparents were up here, and then my grandma's 2 sisters, she has more siblings, but like 2 of her sisters and one of their husbands was staying here because they had a wedding that they were all going to nearby. But that's like not really my family, that's like my grandma's family. They were staying here and they were sitting at the table like talking one night, and I have this in the fridge because I'm living here, and when I did my first grocery shopping with my mom, I know that I don't get that many fruits and vegetables, so I was like, let me just get this. It stays good through like August 5th, so I still have time to keep drinking more of this, but I'm just like, just to have some fruits and vegetables. And I'm very used to just like the naked juices, and I've gotten this specific drink many times before. I like how it tastes. I don't even think twice about the color of it. I don't know if other people do or not. Maybe people look at this and they think it's gross, but when I was sitting at the table over there, and it somehow got brought up of like, whose is that in the fridge? And I was like, mine. And it's like, for 5 minutes they wouldn't stop talking about how it probably tastes gross, and I was like, well, no, I think it tastes pretty good. I mean, Sierra doesn't like it, my dad doesn't like it. I don't drink it and not like it, otherwise I wouldn't drink it. I'm not like forcing myself to drink this. And then I was like, oh, the color though. And I was like, it's just green. Like the amount of people that drink like matcha and green drinks and stuff, it's probably beyond their time. Like maybe that's just what people do now and I'm used to it. But I'm just like, why are you guys acting so grossed out by this? So maybe you guys find that interesting, maybe not. But I was honestly like, I was low-key getting annoyed because I'm like, stop talking about the stupid drink. I like it and it's not gross. And they kept trying to be like, it is kind of gross, isn't it? Like the color of it. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to like change my mind just because you guys think it looks gross. I love how at the lake we always have like fishy glasses. We have fish bowls for popcorn. My dad, one time I made him try it, or maybe he asked to try it, and he said it tasted like hay. And I was like, I don't really get where you're getting that from, but I also like the banana smoothie one from Naked is pretty good, but I kind of like this one more. So you guys will have to let me know. Does this look gross? Have you tried it? What are your thoughts? My noodles are slowly but surely getting cooked. So I just finished listening to Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. And it was fine. Not necessarily one of my favorite books, but it was fine. Dinner is ready. That took way too long. I am now brushing my teeth and I'm gonna go to bed. It's just after 9:30 right now, so hopefully I can go to bed soon, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I'm getting ready to head out the door. I'm going to show you my outfit for today, kind of. Ugh, this lighting. I'm not sure how great this lighting is, and you still can't really see what I'm wearing, but this shirt is from TJ Maxx, and then these are my pants from Athleta. I'm not sure what style they are, but I'm going to link the ones that I've been wearing pretty often down below, so you guys can check them out if you want to. They're expensive, but all of the pants I have are very comfortable and I would highly recommend. So yeah. Was I originally supposed to go work out today? Yes. Did I drive straight by the gym on my way back? Also yes. I'm just tired, and this isn't that big of a deal, but like my face on my like chin and some of my eyelids have been like drier than normal for some reason, and so I don't have any like lotion with me, and I didn't want to like go to the gym and work out with like dryness on my chin. I don't know, I just didn't like the idea of that. So all that being said, plus I haven't really like gone outside and enjoyed, you know, living at the lake. So I might try to get myself to do that later, but it is like so hot outside, like you almost can't enjoy being outside. It is, apparently it says it's only 84. It has to feel so much hotter than that. It feels like 91. It's nice and sunny outside. Air quality is apparently not great. So it's unhealthy right now. I think that's because of the wildfires that are going on. So I'm going to reheat some of that pasta that I made for dinner last night, eat some of that, and then I do also want to start editing parts of this vlog. So I did actually end up putting a swimsuit on. I don't know how long I'm going to stay outside, but I'm just like on the deck, not in the sun, because I would die if I was in the sun right now. And I am listening to, you know how I said I finished my one book yesterday? I am now listening to Maybe Someday, which is also by Colleen Hoover. And I brought myself a Coke to drink and just enjoy the view and my early day. I was out there listening to my book for a while. It's almost 4 o'clock, and then I went on TikTok for a little while. And it's been nice. I then remembered that yesterday when I was thinking of just like things I could do just because it's like my early day and I should try and enjoy it because I'm going back to Des Moines tomorrow for this weekend. And I remembered that yesterday I was like, hey, it could be kind of nice to like drive around the lake and like just listen to some music. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm just wearing like some shorts. I have a t-shirt in case I were to end up going inside somewhere. But otherwise, I haven't really been listening to like music or anything because I have been listening to my audiobooks and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to like get out of my car and like actually go somewhere, but I'll be prepared if I do need to. So let's go drive around. So I pretty much drove around the entire lake, which the lake's not that big, so it's not that crazy. And now I am currently parked at a state park that's on the lake, and I'm just kind of enjoying the view. And there is also a beach over that way that I've been wanting. I don't know if I've ever gone to it or not. I feel like I have had to have, because it's like, I just feel like I have gone to it in my lifetime probably, but I literally have no idea what it looks like in my current memory. And so I kind of think that I might just get out and walk over and look at it, because it's like you have to walk up and over a hill kind of in order to get to it. So yeah. Well, if you couldn't tell by my, oh my god, that person is looking at me. If you couldn't tell by my 1 second clip, I was not very intrigued by the beach. I wasn't really planning on like staying and laying out or anything. I was just mostly wanting to see what the beach actually was. I also really want to get McDonald's for dinner tonight, so it's like 4:40 right now. It'll be close to 5 when I get to McDonald's, and I kind of just like want to go get it now because then I'm just like done driving around for the night. Should I go to the Big Time Rush concert in December? Could I get the number 7 meal with a Coke? Hi. Thank you, you too. Last time I was at this McDonald's, they gave me the wrong thing, so I'm gonna check the bag this time. Okay, there's 2 cheeseburgers. Last time I was here, I was supposed to be getting 2 cheeseburgers, and they gave me a fish fillet. Or what is that? Filet-o-fish. Fish fillet. Okay, I just got back to the house and it is 5:06. I am going to eat while watching whatever I can find on YouTube. Also guys, how exciting, Outer Banks comes back tomorrow. I probably won't watch it until, I'll probably watch it tomorrow night. I'm thinking that would work out well. But I'm very excited. I wish that I could be the people staying up at like 2 or 3 in the morning when it actually comes out, but the girls gotta wake up to do clinical and I need my sleep for that. Imagine if I went to bed at like 7 or 8 to then get a full night's sleep before my clinical, and I just did that. I'd be like, you guys have no idea. I've been up watching Outer Banks already. Anyways, I'm gonna eat, and then once I am done, then I'm gonna shower, and then hopefully it'll probably be time for the Olympics. Will probably start running the replay of some of the main stuff. I'd like to watch gymnastics, and then I'll also try editing the vlog. So I just finished showering. and I'm now going to pack clothes to go home this weekend, and also my room's kind of a mess here, so I need to clean that up. I have around a half hour until the Olympics start doing their reruns, so let's see if I can get my stuff cleaned up. Also, if you guys don't know, we're doing like a little TC2 channel revamp. Nothing crazy, but just like a little refresh, and we hired a graphic designer to do it, and we just got the first draft of stuff that she sent, and I like it so far. We'll probably go through a couple drafts, but I'm just like, we didn't give her a lot to work with because we really didn't know what we wanted to, and I'm just very pleased with what she came up with for the first draft. This is what I'm working with so far. This is just all swimsuits. That'll be easy. I'll just throw it back into like a bag. Then I have, since I don't have a nightstand, like that book just stays there. That pillow stays there because my phone charger has a light that annoys me. And then I have just stuff over here that needs to get cleaned up a little bit. And then I'll put my stuff for this weekend in that bag. Okay, I am in the middle of still watching the Olympics. It is pretty dark now because I've just been sitting in this chair while I was finishing editing the rough cut of the vlog so far, which I did do. So it's 9:46 right now. I'm just waiting for them to finish. They had to cut the gymnastics out and go to swimming, which was live, so I understand why they did that, but it kind of delayed me just finishing watching gymnastics and stuff. So they should be wrapping that up shortly, because I just want to see like the final results and like the podium ceremony and stuff. And then I also might look in the fridge. I think we might have some ice cream, Twix or Snickers bars, and ice cream sounds good right now, so I'm gonna have some of that, and then I will talk to you guys in the morning for Friday, the last day of the week. Good morning, guys. It is 6 o'clock, so I really need to like eat fast and leave. I stayed up a little later than I should have last night just because I was trying to watch the Olympics, so I was a little tired this morning. Okay guys, I just finished my Friday. It's 3:30, and we finished our patients at 2:40, and then my CI blocked off our last patient time slot so that we could kind of review some things if I had any questions. We haven't had a lot of shoulder patients, but she ran through like some passive range of motion of like the shoulder with me, and just like her best tips for how to like actually grip the patient's arm, and like how to make sure that they feel the most secure so that they can actually relax. And I thought that was helpful and nice that she like preemptively wanted to do that. I am going to get ready to drive back to Des Moines now. Me and my sister, well, me and Sierra and my mom, we're going to try and go to the National Balloon Festival or whatever it's called in Indianola that they have every year today. And it says in Indianola it's not supposed to rain until 8, but it's sprinkling here. I just feel like it's not going to end up working out, but we're having a fun little hangout night with me, Sierra, and my mom. We're going to play an exit game later. I think we're going to get Blaze for dinner, so looking forward to it. And yeah, I need to stop and get gas, so I guess I was going to talk about, the whole reason I started this clip was to say I finished work and to talk about patient recaps. I'm not going to run through my whole day because a lot of the patients I've seen before and probably explained a little bit. I will say today I had a patient that I actually don't think I've worked with before. I know I haven't worked with her before. And she has bilateral hip pain, but left was worse than the right. And so I ran her through her exercises pretty quickly, and then she mostly goes back and has manual therapy, soft tissue stuff done to her worst side, and then also ultrasound. And I did it all on my own. Like, I did the exercises, and then I took them back to the room and got the table set up and got them situated appropriately, did all of like the draping and did the soft tissue. I actually felt like I was like helping, you know. I've been getting better at like feeling more confident in my manual therapy skills, and just like, to be honest, most people are going to find whatever you're doing is going to feel pretty good, even if they don't know what you're doing, and if you feel like you don't know what you're doing, it's probably fine. And then after that, I also got the ultrasound machine, got that set up, turned on, and like got the settings put in. And so yeah, I did that one pretty much on my own, and I'm now going to go get gas and go to Des Moines. Look who I'm with. Hello. I made it back to Des Moines just before 5:30, and what time is it now? 6:13. We are just parking at the Balloon Festival now. It's actually pretty smoky outside, so.
Hazy, that's the word I've been using.
Hazy. These are the balloons right now. They keep saying like on the stage that they're, oh, like we're not sure about the weather yet. We'll see if they take off. But on their Facebook page, like probably an hour ago at this point, they were like, nope, they're not gonna take off. They're just gonna inflate. Because of the weather, I guess, the wind. Seems pretty mild to me right now.
Yeah, but we've tried doing this like a couple years ago, and it seems like they always have weather issues, so I think it has to be like peak condition for them to take off.
We're leaving now. The balloons did not end up taking off, and it's starting to get cold and windy, and so we decided we're gonna leave. So we are going to go pick up some Blaze. We just got back. Look who'd like to say hello. She's crazy. So it's like just past 9 o'clock, and we just got our Blaze pizza for dinner. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in her vlog for her weekend high next week. Bye.